Now on this Friday for the highlights from the bright spot all week long.
Here's Channel 3's Nicole Nalepa with a recap that'll be sure to warm your hearts.
For Valentine's Day, I was thinking, it's going to be tough this year for friends and family, even for the children. We may not be swapping Valentines. They may not be doing any kind of celebrations.
So Sandra organized a card exchange, which took off almost immediately.
I collected over 300 cards. And that does not include anything that's gone directly around town or to the elder facilities.
Sandra placed a tote bag outside her home to serve as a drop-off location.
And people around town have just been coming and dropping off store-bought Valentines, handmade Valentines. They've gotten their children involved. Some of the people who are homebound themselves who've really wanted to get involved, they've made multiple cards, and I've been doing pickups if they can't get out of the house.
And for those on the receiving end of all this love,
I'm getting some cards over to the senior center, the Newington Disabled and Senior Center. And for the individuals around town who wanted to receive a Valentine, they gave their names and addresses and their permission to hand out to another individual.
The heavy snow may have been falling and the wind may have been howling, but inside D&D Market in Wethersfield, the staff was celebrating. A week ago from today marked Rafael Tasso's 50th work anniversary with the family-owned and operated business.
He's worked for us for 3 generations of the Aprils. He worked for my grandfather, he worked for my father, and now he's worked for me also.
Well, we were happy to follow up with him and congratulate Rafael on this milestone.
Mr. Rafael Tozza, we got Nicole Nalepa, did I pronounce that correctly? From Channel 3 Eyewitness News. She'd like to speak to you.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Wednesday afternoon, Trooper Cash was on his way into work at Troopy in Montville and saw a number of vehicles in Waterford parked on Cross Road. As the trooper got out to see what was going on, someone told him that a Good Samaritan had found 2 hawks stuck together by their talons. The DEEP was called in to help, and between Conservation Officer Will Kerr and Trooper Cash, they were able to separate the birds. In just a few months, Asia Stewarts of Bridgeport will be graduating from the Bridge Academy.
Right now, my top 3 choices would be UConn, Penn State, and Howard. Yeah, I've heard back from Penn State and Howard. Yeah, I got into those 2.
Asia has also heard back from 14 other schools out of the impressive 38 she applied to.
It was kind of just like, I wanted to see where I could go, like where I could stretch my hand. It's just about trying and just seeing where you, it's kind of just shooting for the stars.
We have an update on RV. Here he is the other day, enjoying his new home at the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary in Jupiter, Florida.
That's such a good one.
He'll have to undergo some surgery, but they did write on their Facebook page that, quote, "One thing we know for sure is that RV's strong will and personality will shine through all the adversity that he has seen." As for the wonderful mother-daughter pilot team that flew RV on their wings, the weather didn't end up cooperating as much as they had hoped. So Lori and Ariana Strand let a commercial pilot fly them back home to Connecticut, and they'll be returning next week to retrieve their plane.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice day.
With today's Bright Spot, I'm Nicole Nalepa.